I just briefly wanted to talk about something I've noticed lately, which is how learning seems to be a lot easier when it's simplified. I noticed that, especially with language learning, you can watch tons of cultures films. I know my mom's been watching Korean films for the past 3 years now, and she gets practically through a series a week. She records stuff in her journal. She's got 3 journals now of all the actors' names, some comments on the culture, and all that. But she still doesn't know really any words except for maybe the word for love and a couple other small words. But she certainly, after 3 years of watching very complex, interesting films, I mean, she's been very entertained while she's watching them. She's learned a lot about Korea. She still hasn't learned the language. So I also noticed when I was a student, I didn't learn very much when I was forced to learn tons of information all at once. There was that fire hose idea they always talked about, and proudly, how when they're teaching a class, that you're drinking out of a fire hose, and that's what it's like, and that's just where we're going to get this. That's the whole challenge, because most of it was just memorization. And that's what language is. It's mostly just memorization. There's nothing complex about it. It's just almost a test of, in those cases, how well you learn under stress, which I don't learn much at all under stress. I try, and I've tried very hard, but it just doesn't come easily. So in this first song, I introduced just a few words. I kept it very, very simple. The rhythm's very simple. It's very repetitive. It's just, I am here, you were there. So, na yogi ta, no kogi ita. That's it. I introduce just very small vocabulary and grammar, a little extra in the next song. But you'll definitely feel very grounded in just that first part. I kind of think of it like sculpting a bit. When you are sculpting, like I took a sculpture class once, and I feel like I learned a lot about how to learn just from that class. We had a model, and we were just sculpting a face. And the teacher said at the beginning, I want you to spend a lot of time staring at that face. That's where you'll really learn how to sculpt. Don't just sculpt from memory, because when you sculpt from memory, you'll create stereotypes, sometimes racial stereotypes. When you're not used to seeing a certain kind of face from a different culture, you might just generalize the facial features. At least that's what they were saying, and I think it was really true. And I spent a lot of time staring at that. And that's the same thing with these songs. You're gonna be listening to them over and over again, hopefully entertained, and you'll hear them in different tones, in different rhythms, different emphasis, different emotional moments, and it'll really get in there. I hope. Anyways, it's fun. I definitely see that there's a pattern here, and it's fun to explore that. So I hope you enjoy the next song I'm going to post a little later today. Bye.